So he's the one congressman out of 435 you're not allowed to attack. In my opinion, we don't need white people leading the Democratic Party right now. Do you agree with that? We don't need white people leading the party. Now, I don't even need to play the thought experiment what would happen if someone on the Republican side said we don't need black people leading the Republican Party. That would be bad, and I would denounce it. Will you denounce that? I'm throwing it up really slow for you to hit. I'm asking you, do you think it's... No, just throw it up slow, the pitch, so you can hit it. Do you think it's okay to say we don't need white people leading the Democratic Party? And I'm expecting you're going to say that's an appalling thing to say. You can't say that about an entire racial group. Go ahead.
It's not the right message that needs to be out there right now.
But is it wrong to say that? What do you mean not the right message? Is it a good thing to say, or is that an immoral thing? I mean, can you imagine saying that yourself?
It's not what I believe. It's not what I believe.
Okay.
So I don't know why I'm having a conversation with you about what another African-American woman said.
Well, I explained it to you at the beginning.
We don't all think and say the same thing.
Of course I'm not suggesting that. Hillary Clinton, who's not an African-American woman, said in April during the campaign, she said, and I think I'm quoting her, we need to recognize white people, our own privilege, and practice humility. And I thought, well, that's sort of a big generalization. Do you think unemployed machinists in Ohio need to recognize their privilege, or the children of OxyContin addicts in Appalachia need to recognize their privilege? I mean, what do you think?
Tucker,
is there a reason white voters abandoning the Democratic Party because maybe they feel attacked by things like that? Is that a crazy thing to say?
Look, Tucker, you're a really smart man, and you understand.
I'm asking obvious questions.
You understand nuance and communication, and you do a lot of critical thinking. Trying to boil that statement down into something that is an attack on a voter in a certain state, that's just ridiculous. I'm tired of these types of conversations, and
really, I'm quoting Hillary Clinton here. I'm not saying taking it out of context. This is a real conversation.
This is what makes people opt out of politics,
question.
and part of why we lost is because people weren't inspired. They were disgusted. They were disgusted by the discussion in the 2016 election.
So my asking what Hillary Clinton meant when she said that in public is, quote, part of the reason people are opting out of politics? I'm quoting a candidate you supported and asking you to comment on what she said. And you're accusing me of being divisive. Is that what you're doing?
Do you think you're divisive, Tucker? Do you think you're
I'm asking you, if that's a fair thing to say. And my own view, as you can probably tell from my tone, is that's an awful thing to say about people based on their skin color.
It is absolutely fair to acknowledge that there are issues of white privilege out there that concern very specific communities, and they're based in reality.
With the outgoing CIA chief essentially lecturing the incoming president about what he needs to learn about the world. And there's, it's not a surprise that that did not sit well with Donald Trump. And we've had Republicans for a long time complaining about politicization of the intelligence community. And you've had others, Senator Charles Schumer, the Democrat, warned Trump, don't mess with the CIA. They'll get back at you. The good news, I think, for everybody here is that is about to change. John Brennan, the CIA chief we just talked about, is leaving. So is James Clapper, head of Director of National Intelligence. Donald Trump has two nominees, Mike Pompeo for the CIA and Dan Coats for the Intelligence Office.
I always say evolve or die, and in this case, adjust or die. President Donald Trump will be our president. He will be inaugurated next Friday on January 20th. He will be our 45th president. As soon as the media and the Democrats that own the media and participate in the media accept that, I think maybe they have a chance to reclaim whatever dignity they once had. But until then, I think that they're on a downward spiral, and it's fun to watch.
Let's look at President Obama, some of his statements about Fox News Channel.
If I watched Fox News, I wouldn't vote for me. Fortunately, I have a more diverse sources of information. Let's face it, Fox, you'll miss me when I'm gone. It will be harder to convince the American people that Hillary was born in Kenya.
We know that the mainstream media at large for 8 years was so far up Obama's butt they couldn't see the light of day. And so he didn't understand why Fox News didn't give him the same treatment. And now those same people in the elite media pool are now trying to, I guess, go off on their witch hunt against Donald Trump that they have done since day one. And now it's not sticking anymore, and they're flailing and they're drowning and they don't know what to do because he punches back and harder.
So you were at the meeting. You heard and saw everything. I don't understand how anything I said would prompt that question.
Listen.
Unless Steve Harvey turned into a policy analyst in the behind-the-scenes meeting, then it doesn't matter what I was there. I'm saying my concern was the people he's trumpeting up and putting in front of the cameras.
Mark, you weren't even there. You don't even know what happened, okay?
Okay, yes, I do. Are you disagreeing that he brought down? Are you disagreeing?
You weren't in the room, sir. You weren't there.
How does that negate my point that he brought Steve Harvey and then put him in front of the cameras?
Let me tell you
That's my critique.
Here's the deal. You don't know what happened. First of all, Pastor Darrell Scott, Michael Cohen, they are in a process of bringing all types of people from all over the country, from all different backgrounds, like we have. Remember the Diversity Coalition, where we reach out to all different types of people?
It was a bunch of mediocre Negroes being dragged in front of TV as a photo op for Donald Trump's exploitative campaign against black people, and you
Mark,
are
how are you going to? So now you want a name call, Mark?
Simone, you better jump in if you want to talk.
Now you want a name call.
Senator Franken.
Governor, thank you so much for coming into my office. Did you enjoy meeting me?
I hope you were as much fun on that dais as you were on your couch.
Well.
May I rephrase that, sir?
Please. 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 Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Well, I think we found our Saturday Night Live soundbite.
Let's move on.
Don't let the door hit you. Where the good Lord split you.
Guy did a pretty good job.
Listen, nobody is non-replaceable, including myself. I know that.
Thanks, Dave.
I know whose ass to kick.
We don't want that to happen.
Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
Honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
I love this country. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No. Hey, listen. You're in my house.
I don't want to give them the keys back. You can't have them back. Can't have them back. You can't have them back.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Get the hell out of here.
What do you know from funny, you